for personal care services. Retail settings will be limited to 50%, and the same restriction will be enforced at libraries.
CTV's Colin DeMello is following the developments on this story and joins us live. Colin, a lot of changes for Wednesday.
Well, and the biggest change of all is going to be affecting 2.2 million students across this province, Nathan, and that's because schools will be closed for in-person learning for the next 2 weeks. They were supposed to resume on January 5th instead of tomorrow, but the Ford government reneged on that promise, saying that they are worried about absenteeism rates among students and teachers. They've been seeing it over the last number of days and weeks with the Omicron variant really taking hold in Ontario, especially in the healthcare system. We've been hearing some hospital networks like the University Health Network experiencing about 100 absent people calling in sick every single day, either because they tested positive or because they've been exposed to somebody who tested positive. And that's what they're worried about, applying that to the education sector, seeing all of those absent notices come in every single day. The Premier said, though, he had to make this decision as quickly as possible to preserve healthcare capacity.
You know, this took me about 30 seconds to make a decision. It was a decisive decision, and we're going to make sure that we go through this and be as cautious as possible and use every tool in our toolbox to sustain not only our health care, but our economy as well.
The government was given new information, the Premier says, about the transmissibility of the Omicron variant. He says at some point everyone is coming in contact with this new variant, and he says 1% of all positive cases are now ending up in hospital. He says over the next few weeks we could see hundreds of thousands of additional cases, so 1% is a pretty large number to swamp Ontario's hospitals, which is why they're taking these measures. They are set to take effect on the 5th of January, last at least 3 weeks, but the Premier could not give us a timetable for when or if they will be removed. These restrictions will be lifted within the month of January itself. Reporting live, I'm Colin DeMello. Now back to you.
All right, thank you, Colin.